What if Reiner's dad actually loved him? During the parade, Reiner sees his father walk into a building. Reiner jumps off the carriage and runs in after. He confronts him and says, "Dad, are you proud of me? We can finally be together now." Reiner's dad looks at him and says, "Son, I am so incredibly proud of you. I always wanted to be with you and your mom, but it was too dangerous. Now that you're a warrior, we can finally be the family like I always wanted. Although you're going off on that mission to the Island of the Devils, I just want to say, no matter what you do, I will be proud of you, and I will love you." Reiner, Annie, Bertolt, and Marcel go to the Island of the Devils. Marcel is still eaten by Ymir's pure Titan. However, Reiner, Annie, and Bertolt decide to return to Marley after this happens. In this timeline, Reiner actually has a loving family to go home to, so he is not motivated to continue the mission at all costs. The trio are severely chastised by Marley's military for losing Marcel and for failing the mission. However, Commander Magath does not feed them to other warriors. He realizes that it was a bad idea to send a bunch of 4th graders on such a mission, so he decides to give them a second chance. However, there will be no third chance. Inside the walls, Eren and his family live a much more normal life. Grisha's tenure on the Attack Titan is almost up. However, he at least has a few more weeks in this timeline to start teaching Eren about how to use the power of the Titans, and about his previous life and the outside world. He also explains to Eren the mission to retake the Founder and the Rice family. Grisha being Grisha, however, his shame prevents him from telling Eren that he had found the chapel where the Rice family conducted their business, and about how he was willing to kill an entire family to obtain the Founding Titan. Grisha also tells all of this to Armin and Mikasa, since they will need to help Eren on his mission. After a few weeks, Grisha transforms Eren into a pure Titan and is consumed by his own son. Mikasa and Armin are hidden close by, and after Eren completes the transformation, they help him jog his memory and to remember what Grisha had told them and what their mission is. Eventually, the trio begin their military training and join the Cadet Corps. It is in training that they meet a young woman named Krista Lenz. In this timeline, Kenny Ackerman is never sent to eliminate Krista and her mother. Krista, aka Historia, decides to join the military out of her desire to be a good girl and help people. Frida, who is still alive, decides to erase her memories of ever having the name Historia in order to protect her from any potential actions from the Rice family. Eren, Armin, and Mikasa often sneak out at night so that Eren can practice his Titan transformation and hone his skills. The three act much like Reiner, Annie, and Bertolt in the original timeline, trying to sniff out any information about where the Rice family might be located and about which one of them holds the Founding Titan. They are ultimately unsuccessful, but the trio, Krista, Sasha, Coney, Jean, and Marco, all graduate from their training and join the Survey Corps. They practice the long-distance scouting formation, and soon enough, they and all the other scouts led by Commander Erwin begin an expedition beyond the walls of Shiganshina. Reiner, Annie, and Bertolt have spent the last several years training like mad. They know there will not be another chance. By the time Eren joins the Survey Corps, all of Marley's Titans, bar the female and the Warhammer, set off to re-invade Paradise. The Middle East Alliance does not invade in this timeline, as Marley's failure was not as severe or obvious as it was originally. Therefore, Marley thinks that the female and Warhammer Titans are enough to deter any potential attacks. Although disappointed, Reiner's dad still loved his son after he returned. He was grateful that he survived, and continued to be proud of him as he became an even stronger warrior. As he prepares to leave, Reiner feels conflicted. He wants to complete the mission once and for all, but he also wants to stay with his parents and not to return to the hell of Paradise. His father will be proud of him no matter what, so why not abandon the mission and stay with his family? These thoughts weigh heavy on Reiner's mind as he and the warriors make landfall. Eren, Mikasa, Armin, Krista, Jean, Coney, Sasha, and Marco, and the rest of the scouts depart the walls on their first mission. From the start, there are many more Titans than what was expected. The formation stays intact due to Erwin's superior leadership, but their losses are just barely sustainable. Eventually, Coney, Jean, and Marco, who are on the outer edge of the formation, spot several very abnormal abnormals. One looks like a giant monkey, another appears to have armor all over its body, and another is walking on all fours carrying stuff on its back. The three are shocked and terrified to hear the monkey and the four-legged one talking to each other too. Before they can gather any more information, they are spotted, and an ungodly horde of Titans is sent at them. The trio quickly flees and fire off all the black flares they have. They come within earshot of the next group of scouts and tell them about the strange abnormals before they are caught and devoured by the horde. This violent cycle of attrition continues until the entire right wing of the formation is annihilated, but word ultimately gets to Erwin. His curiosity is piqued by this information, but he realizes that they have to turn back now before they are all eliminated. Eren and his friends hear about this, and Eren realizes that these are probably the Marleyan Titans that his dad told him about. He wants to transform right away and get to cutting Titan necks, but Mikasa and Armin tell him that this is not a good time. After all, only the three of them know about Eren's Titan, and they are doing everything they can just to get away from the Titan horde. Eren restrains himself for a time, but that all changes when Sasha is caught by a Titan. Her friends try to save her, but they cannot stop the Titan from consuming Sasha. The Titan pushes her, screaming, into its mouth, eating her piece by piece, just like a potato. Eren breaks. He can't hold back any longer now that his friends are dead. He jumps off his horse and transforms into the attack Titan. He's had several years of practicing his transformation in secret, and with the knowledge that Grisha gave him, he absolutely demolishes the pure Titans in his path. The Survey Corps are terrified upon seeing this, but Mikasa and Armin tell them that Eren is on their side and that they will explain more when they get to safety. Erwin trusts them and continues their retreat into Shiganshina. From a distance, Zeke sees Eren transform, and he realizes that this is either the Founding Titan and or the Attack Titan. He orders Reiner to defeat him and to bring this Mystery Titan back to the group, while keeping Bertolt and Peak close by. Reiner reaches Eren, and the two begin to throw down. They are evenly matched, but with his previous experience and Grisha's knowledge, Eren realizes that this is not the time to kill every last one of them. After an intense fight, Eren breaks away from Reiner and makes a mad dash towards Wall Maria, which is now just in sight. He begins to put distance between him and Reiner, but Reiner continues in pursuit. If only he can capture this person controlling that Titan, he can quickly return home to his father who loves him. From a distance, Zeke and the other warriors see that Reiner cannot reach Eren before he reaches the walls. Zeke's secret goal is still to parley with the Eldians inside the walls, find the Founding Titan, and conduct the euthanasia plan, but he still does not know which Titan this mystery one is. Peak, whose goal is still to retake the Founder, advises him that they should cut off the pursuit and come up with another plan since Reiner won't be able to reach that Titan in time. Zeke sees the merit in this plan and yells loudly at Reiner to pull back. Reiner hears Zeke, but does not listen. If he can just get a little closer, he can capture this shifter, take him back to Marley, and see his family again. Dozens of scouts are trampled by him as he tries to reach Eren. Before he can, Eren, Mikasa, Armin, and Krista shoot through the gate into Shiganshina. Erwin is the last one to enter and screams for the gate to be dropped. Even though there are still scouts outside, he sacrifices their lives, and the gate is closed. But it's too late. Reiner, his mind singularly focused on returning to his father, sees the gate close and keeps going. His momentum is unstoppable, and as he reaches the gate, he lowers his shoulder. The walls, which stood fast for 100 years, are no match for the armored titan at such a speed. Reiner blasts through the outer gate of Shiganshina, spraying debris and broken bodies everywhere. He pauses, lets out a steaming breath, and looks around for the mystery titan who is his ticket back home. The walls have fallen.